Yeah, welcome to the Monster Energy Cast,
Ooh,
where
Monster
we
Cast.
talk
Ooh.
about our favorite Monster Energy drinks, which ones give us the best caffeine high.
A lot of people like the
So yeah,
white Monster.
yeah, White Monster is kind of becoming um, the AR-15 of Monster Energy drinks. You know, everybody
Yeah.
has one. They're accessible,
Oh.
uh, very relatively easy to shoot
Mhm.
for most people. I mean, a child,
Yeah.
could shoot an AR just the way a child could down a white monster and be fine.
Yeah.
Like a 7-year-old.
I
Yeah, give him a
remember.
gun, give him a white monster. It's the same thing. So that's kind of my take on that. But recently, I've been getting into the Java, the Monster
Oh,
Java.
the
About those.
coffees. The
Yeah,
coffees are nice.
and they're they they give me like hella diarrhea, which is pretty awesome because like,
Uh huh.
and hear me out here, all right?
Mhm.
Horrible diarrhea,
Mhm.
but I get like the good caffeine high. So when I have to like evacuate my bowels, and we're talking like I have like maybe 15 seconds of wiggle room to get
Uh
on
huh. Mhm.
the caffeine makes you go faster. You have the energy to sprint to the bathroom to have diarrhea
Yeah.
from drinking a Monster Java. So
It's kind of like if you drank like 3 Red Bulls. Because that's like the same
sure,
effect. 3 Red Bulls makes you lose your bowels completely.
sure. But we can't talk about Red Bull. This is the Monster Energy Drinks podcast.
Yeah, but I can
We
compare. It
can't.
doesn't mean I
No,
can
there's no
favor.
comparison.
I'm
Monster
not
Energy Drink is the
favoring the
best.
Red Bull over Monster. I'm just
Dude,
bringing
no,
it
that's
up.
the show. Dude, that's the show. This is the Monster Energy Drink
Exactly. I'm
podcast.
not favoring
Okay.
the other drink. I'm just saying.
No, you get even mentioning the competition.
Uh huh.
That's traitor. That's traitor behavior, and
Oh.
we can't have that on the show, dude.
Uh huh.
You know, we can't have that.
Am I
So I
gonna
don't want to
get
hear
Twitter
you. I
canceled
don't
off
want to
of
hear
the Monster Energy podcast?
you might, dude. We'll have to see what the Energy Drink podcast listeners have to say because you
Oh
can't bring up
man.
Red Bull.
Oh, that
Sure as
sucks.
can't bring up NOS.
Oh.
And I mean, if you come on my energy drink podcast, okay, and you bring up Rain energy drinks
Uh
on my podcast,
huh.
you're
Yeah.
getting kicked off. You're
Shit.
getting shot.
Oh
We are not
God.
playing games with Rain Energy on the
Oh
Monster Energy
man.
podcast. That is not going to happen.
You know
So
what
from this
this
point forward, no more mention of any other energy drinks.
you know what this Monster Energy podcast reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
The Idubbbz
The
chest
Red Bull
tattoo.
podcast. The Red Bull
The
podcast
Red
is what
Bull
it reminds you of.
podcast. But the Idubbbz
Just kidding,
chest
guys. It's
tattoo,
Northwest
man.
Trenches.
Oh God! Welcome back to Northwest Trenches,
No, wait,
episode
what do you?
69.
69. Oh yeah, baby. Let's go. 69 sexual sex. Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, what were you gonna say about Idubbbz
The Idubbbz
chest
chest
star?
tattoo. Back before Creator Clash, he had a fake giant monster tattoo on his chest as
Oh
an
yeah, that's
Instagram
right.
joke. And he had like red bruising around it the entire time.
Yeah, I forgot
It was
about
like a
that.
peel on Monster Energy tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Speaking
remember that.
of Idubbbz, this poor man, he just continues to
I don't
ruin
even feel bad
himself.
for him. I can't keep feeling bad for him.
I don't understand how a man has lost any sense of comedic value in the span of like 4 years. Maybe it's the CTE from the boxing events. I don't know. I do not know.
Well, one thing I know is that people on the left are far less funny than people on the right. And usually when people take that kind of, you know, Well, okay, so let me make a distinction. There's a difference between being like a social democrat, basically,
Yeah.
and going like full fucking woke mode,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, there's people on the left that are funny, but those people have not gone full fucking woke.
Yeah.
Idubbbz has. And I don't know if you noticed, been releasing some fucking stinkers lately.
Dude, it is
So,
so bad. It's like I know it's not good to look back on history, but he's seemingly trying to
always good.
cancel his own past, and then he goes back on his word and does the same shit. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm bullying people. I fucking hate the idea that I was bullying people, and now he's back to bullying people.
Yeah, he's
It's
just
like,
bullying
what?
people under a different, like,
A
I guess,
different
under
mindset,
different
I
mentality.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically a completely different person doing the same shit that he was doing.
It
That's the best
doesn't
way I
make
can
any
describe it.
fucking sense. It'd be like if a movie reviewer guy was like, I don't want to review movies anymore. I'm just gonna not. And then
It
like
would be like if
2 years
Nostalgia
later,
Critic
he
switched
did
to
it
fucking
anyways.
video games, dude.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it would be
Yeah.
like if fucking Doug Walker's like doing AVGN. You know?
Hello, everybody.
that's
I'm the
same
Nostalgia
thing.
Critic. I'm reviewing it so you don't have to. Today, I'm
Yeah.
gonna review Dr. Heckle and Mr. Hyde.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the whole fucking intro.
Jekyll.
Now. It's the same exact
Yeah, it's
intro,
the
and then
same
he's like,
fucking gunshot and everything.
yeah. Today we're gonna be looking at Wayne's World, the video game, or whatever.
Whoa!
Like,
Whoa!
like movie games or whatever.
Oh,
you
that'd
know,
be
like,
actually kind of sick, though. Can you imagine?
that would be sick if he did movie.
He's like,
if Doug
yo,
Walker
I'm doing the
did that.
Spider-Man game for PS2. And he literally just
Yeah.
reviews the movie first, and then he plays the game.
Yeah, he reviews the movie
yeah.
alongside the game or something like
Yeah,
that.
that would actually
fucking
be
sick.
kind of sick.
But still, my point still stands. What Idubbbz is doing now is like if Nostalgia Critic started doing video games.
Yeah,
You know,
like it's the
still
same
reviewing,
guy.
he'd
He's
still
just
be
doing something
reviewing.
different that no one likes.
Like, yeah, like he's still bullying people. He's just bullying different people and people that he was fucking like friends with and shit, which is like super cooked.
And
Super cooked.
I think I remember covering. I might be wrong here, but like on like I want to say pod like 26 or something, which is forever ago now. But I remember somewhere in there I mentioned the Cold Ones and Idubbbz collaboration video.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I looked back on it and I'm like, I don't think he recognizes any of the jokes that Max Mofo is trying to make in this video.
Yeah. Yeah, dude was being a buzzkill. And he wasn't even trying to be. Like, that's when I felt bad for him.
I was like, what? Idubbbz used to be like the loud and proud guy about any sort of joke he made. And now he doesn't even try to make a good joke.
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to be funny.
And he sided on the wrong side of a feud. And it's killed his career.
Like, well, he was right about Israel being evil and genociding Palestinians. He's correct about that. I don't agree with H3H3 on his like Israel ride fucking arc he's on.
Yeah.
But at the same, I think I said it literally last episode. Like, the guy's fucking Jewish. What, like, do you expect anything different from a guy? And plus, Ela Klein was born and raised in Israel. She like was involved with the IDF. She was a member of the IDF. Like, what? Like, I don't understand, like, why people get so fucking pissed about it. Because, like, I hate Israel as much as the next guy. Am I mad? Like, is there any part of me that's like mad at Ethan Klein for dick riding Israel? Not really. That's like, I don't like that he does it, but I'm like, that's what he's going to do. He's Jewish.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I
That's
just
and
know.
that's not even something offensive to say. If somebody thinks that's offensive, they're a fucking idiot because that's literally what it is. The guy is Jewish. He's going to support Israel.
I just know it's becoming more complicated when it comes to who's involved in the Hassan Ethan feud, because now Hassan is trying to bite at Asmongold, popular person of the show, Asmongold, which we've mentioned like 10 times, I think.
I never understood his whole shift into like politics shit. It's like, dude, clean up your fucking house first and get rid of the cockroaches before you sit here and
He
tell
fell
me
through his roof.
how I should be thinking.
He was trying to clean out the roaches and he fell through his roof.
Yeah, like, dude, you have a hole in your fucking floor going down to your lower level, and you expect me to take your opinions on politics seriously? Anybody who watches him and expects like, oh man, I'm gonna get such a good take out of Asmongold today. You're a fucking idiot. You're fucking stupid. Do you realize the guy you're watching?
Yeah. And I was watching Asmongold try to cover some of what Hassan was talking about after Hassan and H3 had a debate, and it was kind of obvious that Hassan was just kind of pussyfooting and not really putting any real statement out. And then Asmongold just goes, oh yeah, Hassan just sucks ass. No one likes Hassan. That's all he says pretty much.
Decent take, honestly. Pretty good take from Asmongold.
Yeah.
That does suck.
I just know it's like, in the grand scheme of like politics in general, it's crazy that Hassan ended up on Fox News the other day.
He was on Fox.
An image of him was on Fox News, and the headline was like, streamer promotes terrorist ideals or something like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like,
maybe
holy
I lied.
shit.
Maybe Asmongold is kind of sick, you know? He's like, oh, Hassan, yeah, that guy's gay. Oh yeah, by the way, here's how you fucking bomb a government building. We're gonna look that up on stream. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I just
think I
it's,
see the appeal now.
I just think it's crazy that this whole issue of Idubbbz is being overshadowed by Hassan being an idiot for like hours at a time.
Well, I feel like part of it too is nobody really gives a shit what Idubbbz says anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the people that he's trying to pander to, I feel like they really don't care, because you got to remember, like when you're dealing with the left wing, if you said the N-word one time when you were 10 years old, you're fucking horrible.
Uh-huh.
Like you're terrible. You're a terrible person. So I feel like these people,
so many Call of Duty players are just absolute conservatives.
yeah, you know, if the liberals had it their way, they'd be in prison. But basically where I'm getting at is that these people know Idubbbz past that he's trying to pander to, and they just don't want to hear it because he said he used to say the N-word and think it was funny. So like I feel like it's no shit that this Idubbbz versus H3 is getting overshadowed by Hassan and H3's fucking shit, because nobody fucking cares what he says.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a shit what Idubbbz fucking says. I really don't. I don't think anybody fucking does. If I'm being honest.
Lost a lot of credibility over the years.
And an insane amount of credibility.
And I think it's just kind of like hit an emotional point for him where whenever he gets even pushed around, like H3 wasn't even like trying to boycott Creator Clash or anything. He was just giving Idubbbz shit about it, and then Idubbbz was like, I'm not gonna be a part of Creator Clash. Fuck that.
Yeah, and then they sold Creator Clash or something.
Yeah. They sold the rights to it.
We talked about the Harley thing already, so never mind on that. But yeah, they sold the rights to create. I'm pretty sure they're no longer involved in it.
Yeah.
Because like it is a cool concept. Like I'm not crazy about influencer boxing or anything like that, but it is kind of neat. Like to once the show's over, to like go and watch, you know, guys you actually want to see fight, because they just had a bunch of nobodies on the card for this one. Like the amount of nobodies gradually increased as the event went
Now
on.
we got Minecraft YouTubers who have been canceled multiple times on it.
Yeah, and like fucking TikTok, and that's what they should
Yeah.
do. They should do the Minecraft canceled rape allegation YouTuber boxing event.
Dude,
YouTuber boxing.
I would actually like if Dream took Harley Morenstein's spot and got his shit rocked by LABs.
Didn't Lion Maker go to prison?
I think so.
I think he
It's
might be
either
the
that
best
or
fighter.
he disappeared.
I think Lion Maker would win his fight because he knows how. He's been to prison, so he probably knows how to like fight in prison. Because he was a sex offender too, so he had to like
Jesus.
he had to defend himself somehow.
Yeah.
You know.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think Lion Maker would be really good at the Minecraft rape allegation YouTuber boxing event.
Sky does Minecraft versus Dream as the main event would go very fucking hard.
Oh yeah. Who do you think would win?
I think
Sky does Minecraft.
I think Sky does Minecraft slightly taller. So
yeah, I think he's like bigger too.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger frame.
yeah.
I think Sky does Minecraft would kind of fucking demolish Dream, dude. He'd fold that.
That would actually be kind of sick, but it's more
Yeah.
likely that neither of those guys would even do it. So
No, they wouldn't. No. But hey, it's fun to think about these like this is. I don't know. Give it like 30 years when society starts really getting more degenerate than it already is. I think we could very well. Let's see, 30 years. I'd be 55. You'd
Jesus.
be 53 or 54.
54, yeah.
You'd be 54. Dude, we can start that up in our 50s. We gotta
Shit.
add that to our scam list.
We
got the Native
I almost
American-
forgot about the scam list, man.
Yeah, we got the
That shit
Native
goes so
American
hard.
liberal casino scam.
Yeah, we
We'll
got the
have,
boat scam.
the boat scam.
We got the-
have the
we got the
fucking Minecraft
elevator
YouTuber
scam,
rape
I think.
allegation. I forget what the. Oh yeah, we had an alligator scam. I can't remember what that was. I think it was pretty good.
A good scam is the elevator scam, where back in the day, you know how there was guys that would press the elevator buttons for you?
Yeah,
That used to not be a thing. That was like an OG scam that turned into a job.
Dude, are you talking about being? Hold on, I gotta scratch my cock here. I'm not jacking off the people at home. But so are you talking about just like electing that to be your job?
Honestly,
Just having people tip you on the way
being a
out?
guy with like a big old red hat and like the red getup, like Esteban from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
And I just sit in the elevator and go, $6. Just have my hand out, $6.
Yeah. Charge a door fee.
Yeah. Door fee for the fucking elevator. I go to like floor 7. There's just some random lady there. $6. I go to floor 86. $6.
You want to hear about a fucking elevator scam? When I was in New York City, they had like 2 elevators for like the entire hotel, and it's like a 32-floor hotel.
God.
So like,
man.
you're waiting on the elevator a while. So like, my elevator scam was I'd get in, and the thing would stop, and I'd start fucking closing doors on motherfuckers and saying "fuck you, motherfucker," and just completely ignoring them, just closing the door. It was like one of the funniest things ever. There's one time where we did it where we're like, it was me and the boys, and there was like a lady and her husband and someone else, and I remember there's like the elevator door opened, and it was this like family or whatever. There's like 3 kids and mom and dad, and Cody just fucking was just like and we all kind of, the doors closed and everybody in the elevator kind of giggled.
Why does it feel like
we were all
something you
feeling a
do
little
in Cyberpunk, dude? On Saturday sessions, they're like going through Arasaka Tower, and they get stopped at a certain spot, and he just goes boop, keeps going.
Just the fact that everybody in the elevator kind of giggled along with us was pretty funny. We were all like, "Fuck this family, dude."
Oh, another scam from back in the day was being an usher for a movie theater. That's an OG scam job that turned into an actual job. Back in the day, ushers that would go through and like get you to your seat in a theater,
Yeah.
that used to just be a scam. Yo, my name's Toby. I'll get you to your section. Just let me like get $2 out of you, dude.
Yeah, there's Beethoven disses Justin Bieber in that epic rap battles of history.
Yeah.
He says, "You want to be a little white usher here? Show them to their seats."
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
I know
an
what you're talking
OG scam. Ushers are scams. Guys that press the button in the elevator are scams. You want to know what else
Yeah.
used to be a scam?
Yeah, go for it. I can't think of anything
Alright.
that I think could be a scam.
What used to be a scam is being a pro wrestling manager.
Oh, dude, I could be a pro wrestling manager.
Because it used to be just the wrestler coming out, and then they realized, oh, these fuckers can't talk worth shit on a mic. We need a
Yeah.
guy that can actually fucking talk. So they started hiring guys just to talk shit.
That's pretty fucking awesome, honestly.
I-
Oh yeah, that's yeah, no, okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. They just hired a guy to wear a suit and have like longish hair
Yeah.
and just like talk shit into. Okay, I know exactly what you're fucking talking about.
Another scam, technically in the same industry, was announcers for like ever, dude.
Wasn't Cyndi Lauper? Didn't she do the manager thing in the 80s?
She did it for like
WWE?
one show.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
It was
that
on
was, like,
MTV.
not. I didn't know that.
But what I'm talking about is like Bruce Buffer, I think is the guy's name. The guy that goes, "Let's get ready to rumble." That's a scam.
Yeah.
That is a scam drive that he just made into a business.
That's actually a good point.
He
You see,
trademarked the phrase, and he says, "Hey, $1 million whenever I fucking say this."
I've always wanted to be an announcer, dude. I guess I kind of am doing this.
Yeah.
But I like when it like for like a little bit I was like, man, I could go to college and go to broadcasting school and host a radio show someday.
Mhm.
And then I didn't end up doing that, and I was like, I guess I can do a podcast
Hell yeah.
at some point. And yeah.
But Bruce Buffer, I think, is the guy's name, and he trademarked "Let's get ready to rumble" as a phrase. So only he can announce it in any
That's
sort of
crazy.
event. So for like WCW, they would have pay-per-views all the time, every month, and they would hire him every time to go, "Let's get ready to rumble."
Well, that makes sense that he would have that copyrighted, because you don't hear it referenced ever in movies.
Yeah.
And that's like a very referenceable thing
Yeah.
to say, I think. There's situations where you can say, "Let's get ready to rumble," like that.
And he did that for a few UFC events too.
Oh, no shit.
And I think he got like $50 million or some shit over time
Fuck him.
just saying that.
dude.
Like, that is
That
such a
dude knows
good
himself.
scam, unironically.
What a piece of shit. I fucking hate that guy. I hate that he's doing that and I'm not. I fucking hate him.
Well, what I'm excited for is
Hope he fucking dies.
we need to find a phrase that we can trademark and make it so that they have to pay us a shit ton of money to say it.
Yeah. I'm also pissed off that "Happy Birthday," whoever wrote that one and copyrighted it, that whoever wrote that song can fucking go off themselves for all I care. For all the money they raked in on "Happy Birthday," fucking
Yeah.
cocksuckers.
I think NASCAR trademarked "Start Your Engines," or "Drivers Start Your Engines."
Damn.
And
Yeah, we need to find
sucks,
we need to
man.
find a phrase to copyright. Like, that's good to
Yeah.
copyright like ASAP.
Like force fumble. Wee wee.
Yeah, we could
Just some football
copyright.
term with wee on it.
We could copyright some of our jokes we make off the show
Mhm,
and then sell
mhm.
them to people. Sell the copyright.
Well, we already got Cigarette Tony as a trademark somewhere, probably.
Oh yeah, I should trademark Tony so no one else can use it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny.
And I need to like finally get off my ass and record this bit for the Killzone video, because it's been like a month overdue at this point.
Yeah, I was taking a shit today and I was thinking about that video and I was like, when does Ulterior want me to yap into the microphone for that?
I wanted you guys to, like you and Logan, to check over it and see if you want to add jokes anywhere, and then I'd be done with it, like script wise.
I see now.
And,
yeah, I can throw some funnies in there.
And I would also recommend like selecting one of the 3 franchises we're talking about. That's why there's no name next to it. I left that open-ended for you guys to figure it out that way too. I guess I should have communicated it better, because it's been like a month and a half since I shared it.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
No, that's all right.
But
but now I'll get on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What I'm running out of shit to talk about here, so we're gonna go on YouTube.
Oh man.
And
there's a new Pope. Last episode we talked about the Pope dying. This time we talk about the Pope coming back.
There's a new one, and he's American. He's supposed to be the last Pope, according to the conspiracy theorists.
He's from Armageddon. He's from Chicago.
Yeah, he's the first American Pope, so I think he's gonna be like, hamburger is no longer haram or something like that. Whatever the Pope does.
Well, he's gonna make everybody love deep dish pizza. Is my revolutionary idea.
Oh yeah, dude. Do you think he's in Italy? So do you think he's gonna like go there and he's gonna be like, yeah, I want a fucking pizza. They're gonna give him like an actual Italian pizza, and he's gonna be like, hey, what the fuck is this shit? Back home, this isn't a deep dish pizza. You need to go back and give me a fucking
somebody
deep
with
dish
the pan.
Dong. Give me a deep dish pizza.
I need a deep dish, or I'm out of here. Fuck
that's probably
you.
why That's probably why he's going to be the last pope, because there's going to be like a complete overthrow of the fucking Vatican. Yeah, over how pizza should be done. It's going to be Chicago style deep dish versus traditional Italian.
Wait a second.
It's going to tear the fucking papacy apart, dude.
Chicago style deep state.
See, now we're on to something, right? Remember. So, was the inventor of the Chicago-style deep dish pizza Jewish? Is what we need to be asking ourselves right now, because it always leads back to them. Each and every one, any conspiracy always leads back to those guys. All right?
Is that because like everybody doesn't like them or some shit, or is it just because Jews have been around forever?
They do a lot of fucked up shit. We'll put it that way. I'm
searching up deep dish pizza.
Kind of like they're doing now.
Okay, I'm going to Britannica. It is not saying the exact guy that fucking made the thing, though. That's stupid.
Well, somebody had to do it, and I guarantee you that their last name ends in Steen. So, with that information, right, that factual information...
It was made in Pizzeria Uno in Chicago by Ike Sewell and Richard Ricardo, which is a very, very funny name.
Ike, how do you spell Ike's last name?
Sewell. He was born in West Point, Texas.
What's his ethnic background?
Well, I can flash his image on the screen real quick through my phone to the webcam.
Oh,
Is that a Jewish man?
It's it's looking pretty Jewish, dude.
Oh shit! It is
Oh.
connected. Oh no!
Oh
That's
no,
not
we
good.
gotta look this up now. No way. I hope this isn't true.
Isaac Sewell.
Dude, it's deep dish pizza. Come on.
Deep state pizza, dude. This is not good. Oh.
Dude, no way.
It was.
Hold on.
Oh man, there's actually a lot of good detail in the Chicago style deep dish pizza article. It says stuff like par baked. I've never heard of par baked before. What is par baked? I'm gonna search that up real quick.
Biography.
Biography. You sound like a supervillain saying it that way.
I need to know.
It just says
I
West
need
Point,
to know.
Texas.
I need to know. All right. I need to know. Somebody has to know.
Is Isaac Sewell Jewish? That's all you gotta say. Oh man. This took
Please.
another turn. We keep finding more deep state things.
Please.
It's so fucking weird. Oh no, they have Oakland, California on this article too. Boo, Oakland, California.
Oh man.
Ugly. Alright, I'm gonna search up Isaac Sewell and Jewish and see if I get canceled or not real quick.
Oh no. Oh, I found it. I found him.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of baseball
How about
players.
this? Is Sewell a Jewish name? Okay, it's not. It's not.
Alright. The
Okay.
deep state is saved.
All right. Thank God.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna say there is no way. If I
Now-
got that right, for some
Shane.
reason it was gonna affect me negatively.
Shane, search up
Yeah.
Chicago White Sox for me, because he was this current pope is a fan of the White Sox.
Okay.
He was at a World
wanna know if they're
Series in
Jewish?
2005. Yeah, we need to see if the Chicago White Sox founder or current owner is Jewish.
The pitcher is Jared Schuster.
Mm.
He's Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a former pitcher that was also Jewish.
The
The current pitching coach is Jewish.
Does the name Reinsdorf sound like a Jewish name by chance?
The owner of the White Sox
Yeah.
is Jewish.
Oh shit. So it is connected.
Okay, so So here's a different rabbit hole. So
Mhm.
see, do you say he went to a World Series game?
Yeah, he went to a World Series, 2005 World Series. There's a picture of
Okay.
him.
Is he like dressed in the like costume, or is he just a normal guy then?
He's just a standard guy there.
So that's like pre-religion. So
Yeah, it was
Probably-
the first to be attended by a future pope, is what it says at the bottom of this article.
and
Right there.
what
It's
year
reversed,
did,
but yeah.
what year did Chicago Bull Pope start doing religion
Chicago
stuff?
White Sox, but yeah.
Chicago White Sox Pope. What year did he start doing religion?
I'm not sure.
Look it up. Just look up
It's
what year.
saying prior general of Order of St. Augustine, 2001.
Jesus.
He was ordinated in 1982.
Oh, he was ordained.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was. All right. I guess I always thought that those guys just wore the like priest costume all the time, but I
Hmm.
guess they don't. So he was involved
And they're saying he
in
was a
religion
priest from
then.
1977 to now.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he was definitely doing religion then.
You're
So there's a
saying it
bunch
like
of Jews.
he's doing a drug. He was doing religion then.
So the Jews own the White Sox and run the White Sox, and they control the White Sox.
Hmm.
So I think while he was at that World Series, I think he was called to that World Series game to have a meeting with the Jewish deep state, so that
Hmm.
they could be like, yeah, and this year you're gonna become the Pope, so start doing religion more and start being satanic more. And he was
Or
like, okay,
or he showed up at the World Series, and I believe the White Sox won that one in
yes,
2005.
yeah, coincidence? I think not.
So maybe, yeah, they won the 2005 one. So maybe he broke the Black Sox curse from like 1919 just being there, right?
Yeah.
And then right after that, somebody told him, "Hey, you just made a miracle. We're going to put you on that list of probable popes just
Well,
because you made a miracle."
I think, and I believe this beyond beyond a shred of a doubt, that that was the bargaining chip. That win,
Mm-hmm.
that was the bargaining chip. They're like, listen, if you don't start doing Satan, all right, if you don't start the, I'm sorry, hold on, let me get into character. If you don't start doing Satan, the White Sox are gonna lose this game.
Yeah.
And the Pope was like, all right, I guess I have to start doing Satan so the White Sox can win. And then he did.
I think
And they're like,
he
all
made a
right, we're going to
miracle.
manipulate the White Sox. We're going to pull strings
Exactly.
at the White Sox
Exactly.
HQ. And we're going at the MLB HQ. And we're going to use the Anti-Defamation League. And we're going to make the enemy team anti-Semitic. And then the White Sox are going to win. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. I guarantee it.
well,
Beyond a shred of a doubt.
well, they guess who they faced in 2005?
The Chicago Bulls.
The Chicago White Sox beat the Houston
Cleveland
Astros.
Browns.
The Houston Astros baseball
nice.
team.
Okay.
The
All
thing
right, there's another
is,
angle.
the Houston Astros then in the future won like 3 World Series up to this year.
Yeah, no,
So
the White Sox thing was totally a bargain.
The Astros did an embarrassment, and then they won. You see that? You see that connection?
Humiliation ritual.
Exactly.
Yep, humiliation. Good eye on that.
Yeah.
Very good eye.
And then, like, the White Sox have not made it back to a World Series in 20 years. And there's probably a good chance that the Pope will pull some more strings and they'll end up going there next year.
Yeah, next year they're winning.
Yeah.
Totally.
But
he's definitely gonna ask his his friend, his friends of Abraham to see if they can,
I can't label this pod Pope conspiracy, so I have to label it something else.
You can just call it Idubbbz is sad.
Idubbbz is sad. It's fine. I did cut off.
We can clickbait Idubbbz name again.
I did cut off like 20 minutes of last week's because it was mostly the Idubbbz stuff, but we didn't have the complete content deputy follow-up video conversation, so I made sure to cut it out. So I'm probably gonna put the stuff I cut out at the front of this pod, or at the end of this pod. Which one would be better? Because we have an intro
we'll
for this one
for our dedicated listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it in at the end. Give them a little bonus to chew on.
You get some more content cop ramblings.
Yeah. Yeah, if you like hearing us talk about Idubbbz being sad, stick around till the end of the episode.
Oh my gosh. You know what I've learned recently?
What did you learn recently?
I found out that there's going to be a 10th Star Wars movie. A 10th one.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to predict the plot like 5 to 12 years in advance. I'm just going to predict it. It's a 15-year time skip after episode 9. Rey is like 35, and she's very standoffish and on a like foresty planet. And she's been living there for literally a decade. And she cuts down trees, and that's how you know it's her. And then she makes a log cabin. And she's chilling in the log cabin. She's like, dude, this shit's sick. And she gets a notification, a literal of the phone, like, connector thing. And she pulls it up and it says, urgent, need help. She uncovers a spaceship she's been keeping on this forest planet for like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years probably. And she flies off to wherever the coordinates are that she says off screen. They gave me coordinates or some stupid shit. She flies all the way to another planet, and she figures out where this signal's coming from. And it's generic girl, nerdy girl as middle child girl. Annoying, I am jealous and mad at you all the time, older sister, and foolish younger brother. And she has to help the kids out on this planet for like half the movie.
Sounds fucking horrible.
That's my guess for what episode 10 is.
Sounds like a fucking shitty movie.
It probably will be, but that's my guess.
I feel like that they're just gonna fucking put like basically what is the cast of the Minecraft movie in Star Wars, and then there's gonna be a Wookiee or something like that to make funny noises, and that's what they're gonna do.
Can the Wookiee go and then like a black character goes, dude, don't say that shit. It's just obviously the N-word as a joke. Dude, you can't say that. That's not cool.
I could see them with that premise having a scene where the Wookiee goes like, and fucking the sassy black girl character is like, oh no, he didn't. Or some shit like that.
That'd be a fucking awesome Star Wars
pulling
movie.
a slop move like that. Honestly, if they just did like the Minecraft movie, but it's Star Wars, I'd watch it. It would be pretty good, probably.
Mm-hmm. Outside of that, I got spoiled by a poster.
George Lucas really fucking missed his mark when he called them the Jedi instead of the Star Warriors.
Ah, yeah. That is a good one.
There's Star Wars. You need Star Warriors to fight in said Star Wars. I don't know. Anyhow, what were you saying?
I got spoiled by a poster. I was getting excited somehow about Thunderbolts, the movie with Florence Pugh with short hair. And I was very excited for it, outside of just Florence Pugh with short hair. And then I was spoiled by this poster. Originally, the poster is supposed to say Thunderbolts Asterix, the title of the movie. The asterisk is there as a part of a developing story throughout the movie, where apparently, I haven't even watched it yet, but that's literally the point of it, is to say this is their starting point, is Thunderbolts asterisk, as the starting name for the group. The end of the movie is supposed to be them acknowledging themselves as the new Avengers, according to this poster. For some reason, they just had the new Avengers poster out where I was at. So they just spoiled the movie to me immediately. I don't have to watch Thunderbolts Asterix now, because now I know it's the new Avengers movie. Isn't that shitty?
I was gonna ask what Thunderbolts is, but you basically just explained it. It's the new Avengers.
Yeah. Like, I don't have to watch it now. I know what it is.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it, but theoretically, you could.
Yeah. I just had to keep in mind that the poster, whoever set up the poster at my local theater fucked it up and spoiled the movie immediately.
Would you say that they deserve to be shot?
I think they deserve at least to experience what's that shit for military training that like ruins your eyesight for a day? What's that called? They spray it in your eyes.
CS gas.
Huh?
The CS gas.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
the gas chamber.
They need to experience the CS, dude.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, they should absolutely. They should lock that fucker in a room and make him fucking.
You're gonna watch New Avengers and like it. But yeah, I was just so upset that some random fucker at my local theater put in the wrong poster and spoiled the entire point of the Asterix in Thunderbolts Asterix.
Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's like if Deadpool and Wolverine was called Deadpool Asterix. But some stupid fucker put Deadpool and Wolverine posters in instead. It's like, what? What do you mean?
You know how South Korea is so, like, technologically advanced and everything?
Yeah.
I really want a movie that is, like, it's called some kind of genre. I forgot what it's called. Sign of the Time or something like that. I think I just quoted a Harry Styles.
A period piece?
But, yeah, maybe a period piece.
Yeah.
Because I really want them to cover, like, 2002 South Korea all the way to present day.
Yeah.
But they're gonna, like, frame it around, like, some random, like, I want to say, like, 14-year-old guy who slowly turns into, like, a very successful business mogul. And that's why South Korea is so advanced, is because of this guy.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really cool story.
He's the guy that made Samsung.
Yeah, something like that. Like, he's the guy that is, like, the leading, compassionate guy that wants to make South Korea humongous when it comes to tech.
Yeah.
He's like the Steve Jobs of South Korea.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick. It's like what was the Steve Jobs movie with Ashton Kutcher?
Well, there's Jobs, and there's Steve Jobs.
Well, what's the one with Ashton Kutcher?
It's Jobs.
Okay, yeah, it's like Jobs, but it's called like Huang or something like that.
That
Something,
is actually kind of nice. That's a nice name to it. Yeah.
It ties in.
That's not bad at all.
The guy's name can be like Korean first name that I can't think of off the top of my head. Huang.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's nice. But in comparison, there has to be a Hong Kong movie. Like some kind of biodrama about Hong Kong in the next, like, 10 years. There's no way around it at this point. Like, there's so much crazy shit over there. They have to record it.
Yeah, Hong Kong's always, like, popping off and shit. I remember there was a bunch of crazy protests going on, and my mom had, a friend from high school that lived in Hong Kong, like, moved there.
Yeah.
And, they were like, yeah, this is fucking crazy. We're leaving. We're coming back to America for a little bit. Fuck this shit.
Yeah. If only we could do that over here sometimes.
Nah, man, I'm sticking around. Listen here, I got my fucking AR-15. Anything that comes my way is getting shot.
I will spoil one more Stavros joke because it's been trapped in my head this entire talk. He was talking about how different everything is in comparison to when he started stand-up, when he was like 20-something. And he was like, what's crazy now is that there's so many genders and all that shit. And then he admits, oh yeah, like the best pussy I've had is they them pussy. He literally said that shit. And then he was also like, also best head. It's just like, Jesus.
Nice.
Hopefully we don't get sued by Mr. Stavros for bringing up these jokes.
I would be interested in trying out the they them pussy if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just start talking to them about like Israel and how much I don't really care for Israel, and I'm sure they'd be like down for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those motherfuckers hate Israel.
You know,
generally speaking,
we keep bouncing around Israel, Iran, Iraq area, and that does bring up the H3 content cop.
Yeah, we talked about Abu Dhabi too.
Yeah.
That's a Middle East place.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that in context too before the pod.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Abu Dhabi. Yeah, that's something we talked about. How it is just like a kind of like a racist name for a city for like Middle Easterners because it just sounds like a racist impression of a Middle Easterner. But that was that joke. But yeah, we can talk about the content cop video. Did you watch it? Like,
I watched the whole hour and like 4 minutes, I think, is what it was.
That's crazy because I got 4 minutes into it and was like, I'm not watching the rest of this.
You saw Idubbbz do the wakey wakey Ethan intro, and then you stopped watching.
Shit was cringe. Yeah, pretty much. Because I knew it was going to be boring. Well, I didn't know for sure, but I watched like the intro and like a little bit of like him yapping or whatever, and I saw like a Painkiller Already clip where they talked about it, and Turkey Tom was featured in it, and I was like, I got to hear what Turkey Tom has to say about this shit, because he doesn't stream and he doesn't do Tom Dark videos anymore, so I don't know what the fuck his opinion is. So I listened to him fucking talk about it, and he basically was just like, yeah, it's fucking boring, and I was like, all right, cool, I guess I don't need to watch the rest of this fucking video, and I didn't.
Well, from what I understood after watching it, and it sucks that we had this break right as the content cop came out.
Exactly.
But yeah, the main thing that stuck out to me is that Idubbbz just doesn't like who he's talking about, and there's not really good reasons that he gives for why, outside of quit mentioning me, don't mention me on your pod. Like, that's literally all Idubbbz was saying for like an hour.
Idubbbz is a public figure, so he needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Basically, like, if you're a public figure, people are fucking allowed to talk about you on their podcast. We're talking about him on our podcast right fucking now, and he can't do shit about it.
It's also because it's buried like an hour deep into this recording. But I just hate that he was so irate about Ethan just going, oh, everything is terrible and I'm trying to protect my people. And that's literally the best thing Ethan can do, is protect his people.
Like, it didn't, like I said, I haven't seen the videos, but I think like he was talking about Ethan's views on Palestine or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the newsflash, Ethan, or newsflash, Idubbbz. That guy's a fucking Jew. Of course he's going to support Israel. You fucking dumbass. Like, literally every fucking Jew supports Israel. Like, it's like they have to, basically.
Yeah.
You know, like, no fucking shit. And then Harley fucking walked out of Creator Clash 3, and it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not 100% sure what his fucking reasons were, but
Well,
I'm
it's
sure it definitely
because
didn't help.
it's because of his heritage. His
Yeah,
heritage, for sure.
yeah, that's exactly what I fucking thought. I was like, you just dropped a video lambasting Ethan Klein for supporting Israel and, you know, a bunch of other shit, and like, you literally, your main event of the boxing match, one of your fighters is Jewish. Like, how, like that, like that's just so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And just so, like, read the fucking room. Like, wait until after the event maybe to post a video like that.
It's essentially, in one way or another, Idubbbz also shaved off all of his hair. So in this video, he's essentially a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, he went skinhead to push liberal propaganda.
I was like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're talking smack on a Jew, it seems pretty in line to shave your head and become, like, you know, shave your head like a neo-Nazi.
I was just like, oh my god, he doesn't know what he's doing at all in this video.
It's sad seeing what he's doing right now.
Yeah. And, you know, people were giving him shit about needing to come back to Content Cop. And this just proves that he doesn't understand what it is anymore. He doesn't understand what the fuck it was. That's crazy.
He just has no. He's just not funny anymore. Like, I don't, like, he can try and try, but like. And I'm not going to be one of those guys that's like, oh, he was funnier when he was saying the N-word. He doesn't need to say the N-word to be funny, but, like, you can be edgy and still, and, like I don't know, some of the shit I say, a very base level of edgy to the point where it's like, if you're getting offended by what I'm saying, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, there's bigger issues at hand, and you're getting upset about, like, me calling South America Mexico. Like, you know, like, it, like, why even fucking say, like, I don't know. The guy, he's just not funny, and it's just sad. Like, he just seems sad all the time. He just doesn't seem like he's himself. I mean, and yeah, people change, but I don't know.
It used to be bullying to the effect of change in a good way. And now it's bullying to the effect of, I don't know why I'm even doing this video.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Like, he could have called it something else than Content Cop.
Yeah, exactly.
He could have literally cut Content Cop off of this video title, and it still would have gotten the same viewership.
Didn't he cry in the video? Didn't he cry recently? Too?
He cried because he was trying to be sympathetic. But in a previous video, when he still had the mullet and a mustache, he said he didn't know what the fuck empathy was until he was like 35. So
that
it's like,
fake.
So it's like, what? What
it sounds like
mean?
somebody like told him like a twisted definition of what empathy means.
Yeah.
Because you can, I don't know. I feel like you could still like say the N-word to be funny and be like empathetic towards people. You know, like
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know. I feel like Mr. Idubbbz has kind of lost probably like a handful of steps now. Like, there's just something not right in that guy's mentality, you know?
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's from Sam Hyde just ruining him all the way to now.
Well, yeah. Sam Hyde buck breaking his ass, like, definitely fucking has something to play into it.
Because I know he was going from Content Cop to justifiably decent documentary style stuff.
Yeah, I like the documentary style stuff. Even like if Idubbbz now went back to doing the documentary style shit, the same as he did with like the airsoft fatty and Dax Flame and like that kind of stuff, I think he'd be doing pretty well. Like, I don't understand why he's not doing that shit, because I think he
could
does
do that
good
with
at
LA Beast. LA Beast is a prime example of somebody you can do that with.
Yeah. I think if he sticks to these like, documentaries about like niche internet personalities or what have you, I think that like that would be the best case scenario to drag him out of this, is just to just focus on that, and not post fucking videos of you dancing with fat ass fucking Frogan and puss ass Hassan and whatever other fuckers he was with, and fucking just being a bitch.
There's a lady
for like
we
an entire
mentioned,
hour.
or at least I mentioned before, Idubbbz.
Oh yeah, that
Idubbbz
chick, she
was
sucks.
in there.
That bitch sucks.
She's so annoying, man.
Yeah, and I learned that
that's
she
the thing
got,
with
like,
all of them. They're all annoying. They're all
exactly.
annoying as shit.
All annoying, worst takes. I've never heard any of the people in that video have a fucking good take on fucking anything. And like even like I saw a clip from the Content Cop where Idubbbz is like defending Hassan, saying that like America deserved 9/11.
Yeah, like, huh?
Like what? Like
what?
How can you fucking defend that? Like, I make jokes about 9/11 like the next guy, but it's a national tragedy.
Yeah.
Never will you find me fucking sitting there saying like, yeah, 9/11 was good. In fact, it was the exact fucking opposite of good. Like, it pretty much like sped up the rollout of the surveillance state. The Patriot Act got fucking passed. Like, a bunch of people died overseas for fucking oil. And the entire thing was a fucking Israeli plot to get us to fucking do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, we definitely did not need 9/11 or deserve it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That guy's falling through the fucking Idubbbz. He's falling through the cracks right now.
But apparently, Ethan is being too defensive and too irate with Arabic creators and shit. But the issue is, he's just trying to protect what he knows and what he believes in. And technically this comes off as like a hate crime video in a way.
Well, with all the government overreach, like violation of the First Amendment style, quote unquote, anti-Semitism laws that are being passed, really doesn't surprise me.
It's just something I did not expect Idubbbz to do, is shoot himself in the foot. Not once with, trying to get rid of his old audience. Not twice with bringing back Content Cop. But 3 times for bringing back Creator Clash, too.
I mean, he shot himself in the foot more than that. Dude's got, like, only a few toes left at this point. I can almost guarantee it.
He might have the one big toe, and that's it.
Yeah, that's his favorite one that he doesn't want to shoot off.
Yeah, that has Anissa's
that's his last
name
one.
On it.
Yeah, that's his last toe, his favorite one. And if he shoots that one off, he's like fucked.
Yeah, then he's only used me play.
Yeah, he's got only holes in his leg. Yeah, he's gonna have to start. He's gonna have to start drinking a lot, like Blade.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I would actually enjoy an Idubbbz drinking arc. Hey guys, it's Idubbbz. I'm gonna drink a whole bottle of Grey Goose in one sitting.
Yeah, he just starts doing shit like Joshua Block does. Which, by the way, did not get to see him at NYC. That was rough. I really wanted to see Josh Block.
I guess he was in Nashville.
Tell him where he should put his French fries,
He was in Nashville like 2 months ago, and I couldn't get to him in time.
Damn it. That sucks.
But yeah, I believe that's the end of this week's pod. Pretty nice one, I think.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, I would say I would argue that one was pretty good.
Hmm.
Pretty good, guy. Pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure to maybe comment and maybe like, even though no one from what I know, listens this far in. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yup, have a good one, guys. Goodbye, everybody.
What we do here is go back.